WoW's 2030 plan has been leaked. An Arthas RPG, Warcraft 4 in an animated series? Oh, wow. Okay, let's check this one out here. We got a couple things coming. I've been expecting some sort of series. It's already actually been, that's been confirmed from Blizzard HQ that they're working on some sort of like TV series, something about WoW. I don't know if it's going to be animated, real life shit, who knows, Game of Thrones style, but they've definitely been working on something like that. Warcraft 4, though, and an Arthas RPG, I haven't heard anything about that. Let's check this one out here from Thorin.
We may actually be looking at the biggest, craziest leak of all time. We got a screenshot of the Warcraft's timeline from last year, which at the time seemed fake, but the screenshot mentioned Project Camelot, which was just data mined, and it's likely Classic Plus. However...
Oh, okay. I was going to say, this thing could just be like a freaking AI made, you know, AI. They make shit with that stuff now. So I thought this could be like, he's going to show the document. I'm like, this could be AI. But it had in there Project Camelot, which if you don't know, Project Camelot was confirmed just recently, like last week, to be the code name for what is probably Classic Plus. Like that is an internal code name. We know that. That's a real thing. So the fact that Project Camelot was on this leaked document, maybe proving that this leaked document might actually be real. That's crazy. Okay, I'm more intrigued now than I was when I first started this video.
Classic Plus. However, this timeline has an animated series planned for a new Warcraft RTS, Warcraft 4, and at the same time, in Q3 2029, we may be getting a single-player RPG, the first ever RPG of its kind that Blizzard made, involving Arthas, and even crazier,
oh my God,
they also have a live-action series planned at the same time.
A live-action series too? Oh shit.
All makes sense with the foreshadowing in the past 2 years.
Arthas RPG? Oh my God, we're about to eat.
A lot more happening.
I'm down
with
for
the
all
Warcraft
of this
series in general, not just WoW. So let's look at this leak and everything we currently know.
You guys know me.
If you like how
I'd be excited for that.
Play Tracker is literally the perfect website for you. You probably don't just have WoW achievements, but a whole Steam library, and with Play Tracker you can have all this in one place. All your friends, achievements, games, and it all tracks together as you gain points on your account, and you can unlock a whole bunch of rewards. Just imagine all your gaming libraries in one place, no more having everything all over the place and getting messages through 3 different platforms. This is going to solve so much with a single click, so use the link in the description below and check out playtracker.net.
Wow. Alright.
So you've heard about Project Camelot, and there has been a lot of talks about this recently with WoW Classic. We've known all about the Classic Plus being in the works, or at least something related to Classic. We've seen the rumors, the secret NDA project where they invite streamers. Blizzard also went on a...
I remember when they invited streamers. You guys remember when they invited streamers? I do. I was there. Looking at this stuff, basically Classic Plus and everything that was coming. I already knew this. You guys remember I foretold this a long time ago. Legally, I told you guys, when we see Blizzard shutting down private servers, that's when you know Classic Plus is being taken seriously and it's coming. And what happened? Just as prophetic as Samiccus always is, they started shutting down private servers, Turtle WoW, and everyone gets taken out. Oh, wow. Classic Project Camelot shows up at the same time. And many of you in chat called it Project Camel Toe. You know, it's a tasteful chat I have here. And it's confirmed. Like, we already know. I would almost, like, bet anything on it at this point. BlizzCon, we are getting the Classic Plus announcement. And what's interesting about Project Camelot, as he said, that was leaked in this document a long time ago, but I just kind of threw the document. I was like, this thing's fake. This is AI. There's no way this is real. The odds of that person hitting Project Camelot on the dot, just getting lucky with it and happening to be codename for Classic Plus, that seems unlikely. So this document's probably real.
Frenzy recently to shut down all private servers related to potential Classic Plus features, and
oh yeah, and Project Camelot, that's right, yep, that was another one you guys deemed this.
Most interestingly, we recently defined the so-called Project Camelot, which is kind of the weirdest name ever. It's actually related to King Arthur and the tale, but the symbol of Camelot is actually kind of like a return to the golden age, related to nostalgia, which a lot of people believe is actually an internal code name for Classic Plus. Remember how in the War Within we got the Rootlands, which ended up being Harandar? I think it is just kind of like a symbolic internal name. We're probably not going to actually get like WoW Classic Camelot. On top of all of this, I want to do a really quick throwback to what happened a few years back, if you guys remember, and this was the big acquisition of Blizzard by Microsoft, where the Microsoft CEO talked all about expanding Blizzard and expanding the Warcraft IP in general to the different media formats, and also we had Chris Madsen and a lot of Blizzard devs talking about how exciting times are ahead for Warcraft, even outside the World Soul Saga. This got a lot of us to speculate about a potential animated series, which started making even more sense since Blizzard started using a new and specific style in the recent promotional material for the World Soul Saga, and they even kind of...
Yeah, I mean, look, Blizzard with the animated series would be cool. I think they probably saw the success of Arcane. If you don't know what Arcane is, it's basically Riot's lore world, where they did an animated series, and it became very popular. Arcane's loved by a lot of people who've never played Riot games or any of these, the MOBA and all that stuff. Like League of Legends, a lot of people who've never played it love Arcane because of the way the story is told, and you can just get into it without ever having played the games. That's, I think, what Blizzard's going to aim for here. Like a fantasy world, diving straight in, and never having played World of Warcraft, you could understand it. I think that's what they would have to do if they really wanted this to be successful. But I'd totally be down for an animated series.
Use the multiple art styles probably to see like what is going to perform best. It was like a test thing. Now, to still point, I want to show you something that I've actually seen before, but I didn't want to talk about this because it really kind of seemed like random BS. I mean, this is like a screenshot of the Warcraft timeline and what they have planned for the future. The picture actually came out.
Show it. Okay, here it is. Yeah, this came out, and I remember seeing this. It even says confident. It gets cut off, the confidential word right here. This came out, and I was like, bro, this is AI. Look at the overlapping line here. This doesn't make any sense. All this is fake. Camelot. How the fuck would this person have known this? Like, how would they know this is an internal code name? It turns out it is. It's real. So this right here kind of gives some credence to the fact that this could all be true. So the Arthas RPG. Damn, that's not until 2029. We got to wait for that shit? Damn, that's still a long time off. Chronicles, the anime series. Okay, Classic Fresh. Of course we're going to get a Classic Fresh. TBC, what is this? So we got Midnight, The Last Titan. Then we got, TBD. Okay, no confirmation yet of what we're going to get after The Last Titan. But this is the timeline, though. This makes sense. 2029 Q1. Okay. Classic Mop, Wrath of the Lich King, Classic Fresh, TBC. Interesting. Okay.
Go and let's be real. I mean, it's just a picture of...
And then they got mobile and then arcade shit down here. Interesting.
A monitor with words on it. I mean, literally anyone could make this and say this is from Blizzard. But something really crazy just happened that makes this seem like it's actually legit. Most importantly, as I said, this screenshot, according to Reddit users, appears to be from August last year, which mentions Project Camelot 4 Classic, which really makes whoever made this either a Nostradamus or this is a legit screenshot from some sort of a production team at Blizzard. It actually makes sense. I mean, it's almost 100% certain the Last Titan will be announced in September this year on BlizzCon, and on this screenshot it shows the release date for the Last Titan to be Q3 of 2027, which actually completely checks out with how Midnight has been going, and it shows the next expansion 14.0 happening in 2029, which also checks out decently with what we got going on. Then it shows the Classic Era project Camelot happening in Q3 of this year, which is literally almost exactly on point on BlizzCon in September. And also, by the way, Blizzard just recently put out an ad. They're looking for WoW Classic developers. So we really are no longer even in speculation territory with something crazy happening with Classic. But this is all Camelot stuff. What I really want to talk about is if the TLT release date aligns and Camelot, then what is said below is even crazier. Blizzard apparently has an action RPG planned with Arthas and a live action series, and apparently there will be some Warcraft Chronicles.
If they do a live action Arthas series, I'm gonna elevate to a level of bonerism that I'm just gonna literally catapult into the atmosphere. You'll never see me again. I'll just be sitting on the tip all the way into the sky. You'll never see me again. Because I'm just going to be so damn happy. I've been asking for that shit forever. I've said it many times. The Arthas story, the fall of the prince into the darkness and all this shit and trying to do the right thing, becomes the Lich King, the Scourge and all that. Like, that is a story that could easily be understood by anyone who's never seen World of Warcraft before. Never even played the game, never knew anything about the lore history, but you give people the Arthas story arc, oh my God. Oh man, people would eat that shit up. People love that kind of story. I think it'd be amazing. If they do live action Arthas with Henry Cavill, oh my God. Yeah, it's like, here's the problem. What you just described, Doc, is one of the easiest W's Blizzard could ever do. But we all know, just like playable Monty Trolls, Blizzard doesn't like easy wins. They don't. They don't like to take them. They shun them away. They literally block their own shots. They'll go for the layup with one hand and then block it with the other hand. They don't want those easy wins. So I think that would be amazing. Yes, and Henry Cavill is a WoW player. Henry Cavill was amazing in the Witcher series. The man wanted to stay with the lore, and the freaking director didn't want to. So he's like, bitch, I'm out of here. I ain't no simp to fake lore. I'm a real lore man. He would be amazing for Arthas. Oh my God. Look, they could do it and make it great. And I would love it, and I think a lot of people would love it. I hope they do it.
RTS and an anime series, which is actually crazy. Now, if you guys follow my channel, I've talked about an animated series being real. There have been some leaks going around for the past year or two, especially since the Microsoft acquisition, and also from some insiders. But what does this even mean? Apparently, Warcraft is getting a Chronicles RTS near the end of 2028, which I think is kind of hard to predict. I mean, is this related to...
Just imagine like this scene in a live action where she's just chopping down Scourge, right? Like this could be part of an Arthas show where you got other characters and how the Scourge is affecting the world and everything. I mean, damn, seeing this in live action and then she has to kill her father who is now part of the Scourge too. This would be some gritty shit. I mean, this would be crazy as a live action.
A Chronicles RTS near the end of 2028, which I think is kind of hard to predict. I mean, is this related to WoW Chronicle, like the book that we have, so this will be related to like the foundation of the universe, or it's just kind of called like a throwback to Warcraft 1 and Warcraft 2, but the Warcraft thing, like Warcraft 4 thing we've talked about for years, might actually be...
Who would I pick to act as Illidan? Oh, that's a good question. Oh, damn. Who could be Illidan? Oh, I won't even say his name. This would be great. I don't know if they'd have the budget for this though. Just imagine this man is Illidan. Oh my God. Imagine the interplay between Keanu Reeves and Henry Cavill in the fight where Illidan and I'm telling you, he could do it. He could do it, man. He's got the long hair already. He's got that raspy voice, too. Imprisoned for 10,000 years. Oh, my God. I would do it. Yeah, I like I said, the budget, though, would be out insane to have those two.
A reality. Now, the other question is, though, why does it say anime series right above it, and how is an anime series even related to the Warcraft RTS? Maybe this will be coming out together like a cross-media project where this animated series will be tied to the RTS to promote each other, and this...
Jason Momoa could pull it off too, but God, I'm getting like some Jason Momoa like oversaturation lately. I don't know what it is. Rob X could, yeah, he could be an Arthas too. Look, yeah, Jason Momoa's got the build, right? He's got, yes, we would need maybe Keanu Reeves to bulk up a little bit if he was going to do it. But
might be some sort of a period in Warcraft history that will be related to this. If true, this could be insanely interesting news. Now, the most interesting news, in my opinion, is the single-player RPG involving Arthas, as well as the live-action series, which I think may actually be bigger news.
Keanu could be King Tyrannus too. Yeah, damn, he could be. He could be. That would be a good one. He's got the hair and everything too.
Who's in the whole world? So
he might. I think King Tyrannus would need to be a little bit older than Keanu is, but yeah, maybe.
Saga and everything involving the saga. So what could this possibly mean? An Arthas single-player RPG? Are they building something akin to like The Witcher 4 involving Arthas? And what could be the possible era? Maybe us playing as Arthas through the Scourge and regional lore draw on like the events we've already been through in Warcraft 3? Or could it be related to Lich King and we're just going to be fighting him? Personally, I think if this is true, it could actually be like Warcraft 3 when we played the whole campaign as Arthas, even though he was a good guy and a villain in phases, and we could relive this, but through actually playing this in like an RPG format, which would be very interesting and kind of experimental depending on how it is done. I'm guessing it could be similar to like the Lord of the Rings RPG and how that was done through the RPG format.
That'd be cool.
However, just like how it previously said anime series, here it says a live action series, which could actually be the cross project that we've previously talked about with the Warcraft 4, but this seems actually a lot bigger. I mean, live action series is a way bigger deal than an...
Who would be Jaina? Who would be Jaina? That's another good question, because she's got to be hot. Like, she has to be. I don't want to see some fucking shitty casting on Jaina. She was Arthas' lover, okay? She got to be a hot-ass mage. Scarlett Johansson. That's not a bad one either. Jennifer Lawrence. Yeah, I could imagine Jennifer Lawrence. I could actually imagine that. I'm surprised nobody said, what's her name? God, big titty blonde. She's everywhere right now. Although maybe she's like too big tittied for Jaina at this point. Anne Hathaway, maybe. Jennifer Lawrence would be good. I kind of agree. I think she's like the right age for that too. Sydney Sweeney. Yeah, that's who I was thinking of. Yeah, and I'm like, that's just at that point, you're just casting tits for Jaina, which I'm not, I don't mind casting tits. You can cast tits, sure. But I actually think I like the Jennifer Lawrence call. I think that's a good one.
Animated one, and they may be trying to do something akin to the Game of Thrones or The Witcher.
Sydney would fit Alex
Straza. If they do decide to do this, picking Arthas and this storyline is absolutely the best storyline they could pick. Now, below this on the list, it talks about mobile games for the Chinese market and arcade where nothing is planned yet. However, something that I do want to talk about is that could this be actually legit? I mean, if this image really is from August last year, the last title release date and the Project Camelot is the most legit evidence.
Mia Khalifa as Jaina. That's the side story, right? That comes out later. After the show, you get the other versions of the show that are on the internet. That's right.
Actually, the project named Camelot because it is such a weird and strange and
World
unique
of
name.
Warcraft,
There is no way someone would have guessed that. And as I said, Project Camelot was data mined like a week back with the epic and the heroic version, so Project Camelot is definitely real. I'm guessing someone might have actually legit screenshotted something real here, and I gotta say, it does seem crazy optimistic. This might be what Chris Metzen was talking about when he said there is so much planned for Warcraft in general.
Even if they didn't cast real actors and they did the show in this style, right, like the hyper-realistic cinematic stuff, I would watch the shit out of that, too. Now, he said it's like a live action, so wouldn't it be this? And I know this style is very expensive to make, too, so I don't know if they could ever do an actual show in this art style, but I would be down to watch something like this.
Back in like 2023, I can't say the World Soul Saga has really lived up to the hype in any way, at least at this point, but an Arthas single-player RPG in Warcraft 4 in the span of like 1 year, and all this combined with...
Ooh, man, I forgot we'd even get the Uther and Arthas story arc. Right, where like Uther's the Obi-Wan and he's training Arthas as he grows up. Oh man, who could play Uther? Be some good actors. It got to be like an older guy, big beard. Oh man, yeah. Maybe you get Obi-Wan's actor to act as Uther. That would be freaking great. Who's God? What's his name? The one who acts as Obi-Wan. He's a great actor too. I could totally imagine him.
An animated series than a live action series is
Liam Neeson.
Insane. I mean,
it could be Liam Neeson too, right? Yeah, I could imagine that.
We're talking huge budgets, big game announcement, which is way bigger than Blizzard has ever announced anything, especially as this seems planned for 2028 and 2029. It is actually totally realistic that some of this will be announced on this year's BlizzCon. Camelot definitely may even be released right away, but Warcraft 4 could totally be if the release date is 2028 and potentially even the Arthas RPG. Now, I don't know what is up with that. I mean, Blizzard could be trying to compete with The Witcher 4, seeing how big The Witcher 4 budget is, but so far, if this is legit, it could actually be the biggest leak of all time. Thanks for watching. Check out more information about the Camelot by clicking on the screen and subscribe to my brand new Witcher Lore channel by clicking on the screen as well. See you next time.
Nice one. I thoroughly enjoyed like kind of getting into this one. The Project Camelot thing being in that screenshot that's like over it, like it's like a year old now. That does bring some truth to it. I don't know. This stuff could be real. If it is, I'm excited. This is some really good stuff. I'd love to see this happen. Would be a great, man, an Arthas series, an RPG. and then all the other stuff coming, it'd be great. The WoW future would be really good if this is true. Nice video overall from the Teller of 1,000 Truths. Thorin!